Welcome to the Hair Rich Academy. Today, we're going to be doing a 30-minute silk press. Guess what, y'all? With only 4 products. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. First, you want to assess your client's hair and scalp by doing a consultation. Then you'll go ahead and get your Hair Rich products. You use your Hair Rich citrus shampoo and conditioner. After you get done, you want to make sure that you give the person a steam treatment, which is going to allow their hair to be bouncy, shiny, and smooth. Rinse the conditioner out. Make sure you got your clips and the dual purpose conditioner again. Remember, guys, we're only using 4 products. And you want to make sure you have your Platinum Shine. Both of these products are by Hair Rich. You want to make sure you also have a wide tooth comb. And go ahead and put about a dime size of the Hair Rich citrus conditioner in your hair. Rub it together as it will emulsify up. And make sure that you apply it from roots to end. After you get done, you want to take your wide tooth comb, and this is where you're going to actually make sure that the hair is detangled. If the hair is really tangled, I would suggest that you start at the ends. However, our customer, her hair was very trained, so it was easy to comb through. I'm going to section the hair, and I'm going to make sure that I comb it out completely before moving forward. After we get done combing the hair out, we're going to use our Platinum Shine Spray by Hair Rich. We're going to spray about 4 to 5 sprays. We don't need much. And we're going to be leaving this in along with our conditioner. This is going to give the hair great shine, great shine. You want to go back through and you want to section the hair into just some normal size plaits, just based upon the thickness of the hair. You want to do some twist parts, and that's what you're going to use your clips for, is to clip the hair out the way. You will sit the customer under the dryer, and you will let the hair dry about 60 to 70%. It won't be completely dry, but it will be dry enough to blow dry from there. Now let's get into this flat iron. Titanium heats up to 450 in 30 seconds. Swivel cord, 1 pass, guys. I mean, literally, you only need 1 pass. We have it in a 1 inch and we have it in a 1/2 inch arms, which is really great for you being able to get to those roots. I'm going to use my Bluebird dryer. I love this Bluebird dryer with my comb detachment. I'll start on the middle setting and I'll turn my heat up to 1. We don't go too high in the beginning with the heat. We want to keep it kind of low. You want to take your time blow drying the hair out. Try not to snag it or overly aggressively pull it. We're starting at the roots and we're pulling straight down to the ends. That way we're kind of straightening the hair at the same time. Remember, we're using medium heat. The blow dryer does get extremely hot, so you don't want to go in with the high heat in the beginning. We'll use the high heat at the end as our pull through. Just keep in mind that when you do silk presses on natural hair, in order to maintain the curl pattern, less heat is better, lower heat is better. So we don't want to continue to do a lot of passes. That's why we're using our hair rich iron, because with one pass we'll be able to get it done. As I mentioned, I will go up on my heat. Once the hair is completely dry, I am using my higher heat and the higher power on my Bluebird. I'm going to do the same thing in this section. I'll start with my medium heat, and then once I get the hair completely dry, I will move the heat and the actual speed up. Go ahead and continue your blow drying technique all the way to the end until you are completely done with blow drying the entire head. Just a reminder, guys, we've only used 3 products thus far. I'm going to go ahead and turn my dryer setting up to the higher heat. This is going to be my last run through with the high heat, and I'm going to pull it through. So a part of assessing your customer's hair is knowing if they need trims or not. We are going to trim this customer's hair. We suggest that you do trims about 6 to 8 weeks. And remember, when you get a trim, it should just be your ends. Unless it's been longer than that period of time, then it will be a cut. Notice this customer, now her ends are trimmed. So now we're going to go ahead and use our 1/2 inch iron. We're going to set our iron, and it heats up in 30 seconds, guys, which is super fast. And this is the iron that we are going to use to straighten the roots. We're going to take our clips and we're going to section the hair. Now, guys, remember I said that it's one pass, right? So we're going to turn our iron on, and you want to set the temperature based off of the texture and density of your customer's hair. You may need to use more heat if the person's hair is thicker and more coarse. We're going to do 1/2 inch partings all the way up the head until we finish the complete head. We're going to use our 1/2 inch titanium hair rich yarn. And we're going to go to the root. What I love most about this yarn is I can get very close to the root without actually burning my customer, because the yarns are curvature in shape, so they allow you to get close. So on your customer, you should be doing anywhere between 1 to 2 passes at most. If you need to do more, you may need to make your sections smaller because the hair could be more thicker. But if you do about 1/2 inch setting, then you should be okay. What I like to do is once I start to know the style that I'm going for, I like to flat iron in that direction. So notice when I get to the front, I am flat ironing over to the side because I'm creating a side part. So if you pay attention, you'll see exactly what I mean. Now we're ready for our 1 inch arm. You can do 1 to maybe 2 passes, but I've noticed that I usually only need one. And I'm making sure that I use a heat resistant carbon comb. Also, I'll have these combs for sale shortly, guys. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Again, you want to make sure you use a 1/2 inch to 1 inch partings, the same that you did when you used your smaller flat iron. And again, that's going to be based off of the density and the texture of your client's hair. Notice that I'm using a flat iron over my comb. This is a reason why you want to use heat resistant combs, because if you use a regular plastic comb, it will melt. And the reason why you're using your comb under your flat iron is so that the hair can be getting pulled out as you go down the hair strand. Every time I do this silk press class, people always ask me, they say, well, why does the hair seem frizzy? Because you are probably using your flat iron before your comb. Pay attention. So I had to remind you guys that the reason why these silk presses are so silky and flowy is because we use the hair rich products. Keep in mind, we're only going to use 4 products the entire time to do our whole silk press. 2 of those products are a shampoo and conditioner. The other 2 are what we'll use for our thermal protectant, our heat protectant, and the last one is going to be the oil for the scalp. So the hair and the scalp is getting everything that it needs with only 4 products. I'm not sure how many products you guys use, but when I think 4 products, I think of saving money, I think of more value, and I'm getting what I want, vegan free. You can't beat it. Not only are the products amazing, but the titanium flat iron is amazing. It has titanium plates. It heats up to 450 in 30 seconds. The titanium plates will actually help to hold and seal in more moisture and actually help to seal the cuticle as well. We only need to use 1 pass or maybe 2 with this iron, which means that we're using less heat. And guess what? You don't even have to have them all the way up on 450. So you just want to go ahead and proceed to the other side and work your way around the complete head, making the same motion. You want to use your comb under your flat iron and you want to pull straight out. Now you do want to make sure that you press your plates together so that it is fully straightening the hair. Notice again that when I am flat ironing the hair, I'm flat ironing in the direction that I want the hair to lay. So again, we're doing a side part and we want her to have a full front. So I am straightening the hair to the side so that we can create that part in that direction of the hair. Section is for those who want to learn how to do bouncy full curls on your silk press. You want to get that big barrel arm and you want to use over directed curls at the top. When you start curling the hair, you want to make sure that you hold it and you want to clip each curl with a clip. And you want to do that over the entire head. For more body, the more that you want to over direct your curling arm. So if you notice right here at the bottom, I'm not necessarily over directing it because I don't necessarily need the body on the sides. I need the body at the top of her head. So I'm going to over direct the curl and come back to the base. Notice that every time I pull out, I always come back to the base and make sure you clip it. Again, make sure you keep in mind to create the body and the fullness at the top. You want to over direct the curls at the base of the head. After you pull them out, you want to make sure that you pin them. You want to allow the curls to set instead of running your hands through them. When the curls set, they will stay longer. It will definitely create more body and bounce for the customer as well. After you get done curling and the curls have set at the end, you want to go ahead and pull all your clips out. Start pulling the clips out from the area that you started curling first, because that way you know that those curls have been cooled. And just pull all the clips out until you get them all out. Now we're going to go ahead and use our demi brush, and we're going to wrap the hair in the opposite direction of the bang. So let's say we want our bang to pull over her right eye. We're going to wrap it to the left. What that's going to do is that's going to naturally create more fullness as well, because we are going to be combing the opposite of the direction that we want it to go. So it's going to give us more body. Okay guys, this is a salon hack right here. So we're going to use a plastic cap instead of that saran wrap. Yeah, say the saran wrap for the picnics. We're going to use the plastic cap in our blow dryer. So clients, when next time your stylist puts you under the dryer for 20 minutes, tell her no. Tell her make sure she comes see the Wigiana 30-minute silk press video and do this right here. This is going to get you the same volume and body that you get with the saran wrap. Look at that. Look at that. Hair just bouncy and beautiful, I say. Okay, y'all. So I created a little bit too much body in her front. I can't have her walking around looking like an old lady, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you guys how I would relax some of this body in the front, just so that it could be a little bit more tame for the look that I'm trying to achieve. Okay. Then you guys are gonna see that fall, that bang, that money bang. Okay, so to take some of that body out, I'm going to use my 1 inch flat iron and I'm going to just come in at the base and I'm going to section it and I'm going to just take some of that body out. What I'm doing is I'm just pulling some of the height out, but now I'm getting the bang effect that I wanted. You see it. We're going to go ahead and use the anti-itch and growth oil on her scalp. I like to put it on the back of my hand and then I like to just go through and just glaze the scalp. I'm not using much because we don't want to weigh the hair down. We just want to oil the scalp, give it some nutrients that it needs. So a little will go a long way. And you want to keep in mind that you don't want the hair to be overly greasy. So this way I can distribute it right where I want it. From there, we want to go ahead and massage the oil into the scalp. This is a great benefit for your client and their hair and scalp. Of course, massaging creates circulation, and blood flow and circulation creates growth. And who doesn't want growth, right? Yes, honey, you see it. Look at that hair. It is the bomb. Look at her smile. That's what happens when you come to Hair Rich. You can be happy and confident because you know that your hair is beautiful, bouncy, and flowy. So I'd like to thank you guys for tuning in to the 30-minute silk press. I hope you learned a lot. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to go ahead and either email us at hairrichclub@gmail.com or you can drop a comment under this section. We see you soon. Make sure that you go ahead and follow us on IG at Hair Rich Club, and we're on Hair Rich Club Facebook and Twitter. Thanks, guys.